It's strange how the biggest financial decision of your life probably won't feel important when it happens. No dramatic moment, no life-changing phone call, no millionaire mentor showing you the way. Instead, it happens on an ordinary Tuesday. You're standing in line at a gas station. You grab an energy drink, maybe a candy bar, maybe a lottery ticket. The cashier says, "That'll be $5. You tap your card without thinking. $5. Gone in less than 2 seconds. Now here's the question almost nobody asks. What if that exact same $5 wasn't just being spent, but quietly choosing the person you'll become over the next 40 years? Because the truth is, we don't build wealth through giant decisions. We build it through tiny decisions we repeat so often that they become invisible. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine two people, same age, same salary, same city, same bills, same opportunities. The only difference between them is what they do with one small $5 decision every single day. At 25 years old, neither of them feels rich. Both work full-time, both are tired after work, both think retirement is something old people worry about. The first person spends $5 almost every evening. Sometimes it's coffee, sometimes fast food, sometimes an energy drink, sometimes something they completely forget they bought just a few hours later. Nothing feels expensive because it's only $5. The second person isn't any smarter. He isn't earning more money. He doesn't drive a better car. He simply creates one automatic rule. Every day, before he has the chance to spend it, $5 gets invested into a low-cost index fund. That's it. No stock picking, no crypto predictions, no trading, no checking the market every hour. Just $5 automatically disappearing into an investment account before temptation has a chance to find it. At first, it feels almost ridiculous. You open the app, your balance says $5, then $30, then $100. Months pass. Nothing exciting happens. No overnight gains, no viral success story, no screenshot worth posting online. And that's exactly why most people quit. Because we're trained to expect excitement whenever money is involved. But wealth almost never feels exciting while it's being built. After the first year, the account has roughly $2,000. The market has added only a small amount on top of what was invested. Maybe enough to pay for dinner. Nothing impressive. One of his coworkers laughs. "So you waited an entire year for that?" It's a fair question, because when you judge investing by 1 year, it looks painfully slow. But investing was never designed to impress people in year 1. It rewards the people who stay when everyone else gets bored. That's the part nobody talks about. Most people don't fail because they lack money. They fail because they can't stay interested in something that grows quietly. Fast money gets attention. Slow money builds freedom. 5 years pass. Now something starts changing. The account has grown far beyond what most people expected from just $5. Not because the daily amount became larger, but because consistency quietly became a financial superpower. Around him, everyone seems to be chasing shortcuts. One friend is buying meme coins. Another promises a stock that will change everything. Someone else claims they doubled their money in a month. For a moment, it becomes tempting. Because slow progress always feels broken when someone else appears to be getting rich overnight. But here's the pattern history keeps repeating. The people chasing shortcuts usually disappear after the excitement fades. The patient investor never had exciting stories. He only had consistent results. While everyone else kept changing strategies, he kept repeating one boring habit. And boring habits have a funny way of producing extraordinary outcomes. Then, something unexpected happens. The market crashes. News channels panic. Experts predict disaster. Social media is filled with people announcing they're selling everything before it's too late. His account drops. Thousands of dollars disappear on paper. For the first time, he questions himself. Did I make a mistake? Should I sell before it gets worse? But instead of reacting emotionally, he does something incredibly simple. He does nothing. Not because he's fearless, because he finally understands something most investors never learn. A falling market doesn't destroy long-term investors. Panic does. So while everyone else is running away from lower prices, his automatic investment keeps buying more shares every single week, without emotion, without headlines, without fear. Months turn into years. Then one day, without making any announcement, everything changes. Not because you started investing more, not because you found a better strategy, but because your money quietly stopped depending only on you. For years, every dollar in the account came from your paycheck. Now, the account starts producing money on its own. It's a strange feeling. You check the balance one afternoon and realize something incredible. This year, your investments earned more than you actually contributed. Think about that. For the first time, your money worked harder than you did. That's the moment most people never reach. Not because it's impossible, because they quit long before they get there. See, compound interest isn't powerful because it grows fast. It's powerful because it grows slowly. Until one day, it doesn't. For years, it feels like pushing a heavy boulder uphill. Every dollar requires effort. Every gain feels tiny. Then suddenly, the hill disappears. Now the boulder keeps rolling by itself, and your biggest job becomes staying out of its way. Around this time, life starts throwing real challenges at people. A coworker loses his job. Another struggles with debt. Someone else has to sell investments at the worst possible time just to pay bills. You feel the same uncertainty they do, but there's one difference. You have options. Not because you're lucky, because thousands of tiny decisions built a financial cushion nobody else could see. That's what investing was buying all along. Not just retirement. Peace. The ability to breathe when life gets difficult. Years later, you're sitting at a class reunion. Everyone is comparing success. Luxury cars, designer watches, expensive vacations. The loudest people usually have the flashiest stories. Then someone asks you, "So, whatever happened to that little investing habit?" You smile, open the app, show them the number. The table goes quiet. Not because you're richer than everyone, because nobody expected something so ordinary to become something so extraordinary. The truth is, there was never any secret. No perfect stock. No magic timing. No hidden investment trick. Just thousands of boring decisions repeated long enough for time to do what people underestimate. Fast forward 40 years. The math tells an unbelievable story. You personally invested around $70,000. Not hundreds of thousands. Not millions. Just small amounts almost anyone could afford. Yet the account has grown into more than $500,000. Here's the shocking part. Most of that money didn't come from you. It came from time. Time multiplied every dollar you were patient enough to leave alone. Meanwhile, remember the other person? Same job, same salary, same opportunities. He also spent around $70,000 over those 40 years. Coffee, drinks, impulse purchases, lottery tickets, little comforts that felt too small to matter. None of those purchases ruined his life, but together, they quietly stole his future. That's the trap. $5 never feels important. That's exactly why people ignore it. Nobody believes tiny choices shape massive outcomes until they wake up decades later, living inside the life those tiny choices built. Your future isn't decided by one big decision. It's decided by the small decisions you stop noticing. Every swipe of your card, every impulse purchase, every excuse that starts with, "It's only $5." You're never really spending $5. You're casting a vote for the person you'll become. Because wealth is rarely created in moments of excitement. It's created in moments so ordinary, most people don't even remember them. So the next time you reach for something you don't actually need, pause for just a second. Ask yourself one question. Am I buying temporary comfort or permanent freedom? That single question, asked often enough, can completely change the direction of your life. Because in the end, it was never about $5. It was always about who those $5 were quietly turning you into. If this story changed the way you think about money, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Sometimes the smallest decision becomes the biggest turning point.